In the sleek corridors of a high-powered corporate fortress, the air mingled the rich aroma of gourmet coffee with the heady scent of ambition. Footsteps in polished shoes tapped a relentless rhythm on marble floors, while executives hustled past, clutching their flashy presentations as if they were secret weapons. Every corner echoed with whispers of success, yet behind the glare of boardroom lights and carefully rehearsed smiles, an unexpected force quietly observed the spectacle. Amid this orchestrated display of power, a humble custodian moved silently. For years, she had swept these hallowed halls, her presence known only to the early risers and the night guards. Clad in a modest uniform and armed with a trusty vacuum, she navigated the labyrinthine office with quiet determination, blending into the background like a soft whisper. To the elite, she was invisible, a routine figure whose own story remained locked behind unassuming eyes. Yet beneath her unpretentious exterior simmered a quiet defiance and a life of unseen triumphs. Her days were filled not only with the mundane task of cleaning but with the subtle accumulation of wisdom and resolve. What the corporate titans dismissed as simple labor concealed a reservoir of inner strength, a force that, unbeknownst to them, would one day challenge the very pillars of their authority. In this realm of sleek ambition, every handshake and hushed conversation was steeped in calculated propriety. Behind designer suits and rehearsed grins, power plays unfolded in whispered corners. At the helm stood the CEO, a man whose booming commands and relentless self-importance left little room for error. His presence was as commanding as it was hypocritical, quick to chastise even the smallest lapse, all while his own tardiness betrayed the very discipline he demanded from others. One morning, as the building buzzed with the energy of routine ambition, the CEO's gaze fell upon the custodian. Having just finished tidying a grand conference room, she pushed her modest cart along the corridor with familiar precision. Yet on that day, perhaps fueled by a sour mood, he seized the moment to demean her. In a voice that shattered the ambient calm, he proclaimed, "You missed a spot." His accusation sliced through the silence, setting the stage for an unforeseen reckoning. Unruffled by his harsh words, she turned and offered a gentle smile, replying, "I'll take care of it." Her tone was measured, calm as a quiet stream under moonlight. But the CEO, intoxicated by his own need for dominance, pressed on, his voice laced with contempt, "This is a professional setting. Perhaps you're not suited for such precision if you can't keep up." His words dripped with arrogance, echoing in the hushed corridor as onlookers exchanged uneasy glances. Silence fell over the corridor as employees averted their eyes, unwilling to be drawn into the conflict. Without raising a protest, she simply nodded and resumed her work, her quiet dignity a stark contrast to his bombastic display. In that silent moment, it was clear that real worth was not measured by a title or uniform, but by the strength of character hidden beneath unassuming appearances. Days later, the board summoned a high-stakes meeting that promised to reshape the company's future. The CEO entered with his customary swagger, ready to command respect. Yet as he stepped into the conference room, an unsettling sight halted him. At the head of the table sat the custodian, not in her usual attire, but in a sharply tailored suit that radiated authority. The transformation was startling, a clear sign that the overlooked had ascended to power, rewriting the rules of the game. The CEO's confident stride faltered as he confronted this surreal reversal. "What is the meaning of this?" he stammered, his voice betraying a hint of fear. With unwavering calm, she gestured toward an empty chair opposite her. "Please, sit," she instructed, her tone both inviting and imperious. Reluctantly, he obeyed, each step heavy with the dawning realization that the power dynamics he had taken for granted were now irrevocably overturned. In that charged moment, the unassuming custodian revealed a secret that shook the very foundations of the company. She was not merely a cleaner, but the majority stakeholder, an architect of her own destiny. Years ago, she had quietly acquired enough shares to seize control, all while maintaining a low profile. Now, her transformation was complete, a testament to the hidden depths of perseverance and intellect that the corporate elite had so foolishly overlooked. Her gaze hardened as she confronted the CEO. "You have cultivated a toxic environment," she declared, her voice steady and unyielding. "You demean others as if they are inconsequential, and that is not the leadership our company can sustain." His earlier arrogance melted into panic and regret as he struggled for words. Without a hint of leniency, she continued, effective immediately, "You are relieved of your duties." In that decisive moment, the man who once ruled with an iron fist was unceremoniously cast aside. The news of this radical shift swept through the office like wildfire, transforming whispers into legend. The custodial figure, once underestimated, had rewritten the rules of power. Her triumph served as a lasting reminder: never judge a person by their station, for the quiet strength hidden within may one day alter the course of destiny. Thus, the legacy of her defiance became a beacon for all who dared to challenge the status quo.